Food for thought. We are like water. The tighter you try to hold on to something, the more it just goes everywhere. Imagine yourself, you have this, take yourself into a body of water, whether it be the ocean, a pool, your bathtub, your shower, your sink, and you cup your hands very lightly and you let the water fill your hands. And you can see that sometimes there's pockets of light that you can see through your hands. And so sometimes water can come out. And then you move your hand a little bit, and then less water comes out. And then you kind of cup your hands. There's less water in your hands, but it's not as floppy everywhere. But then when you start to lose control, you go tighter and tighter and tighter, but then you're left with less water. And then soon enough, you don't have enough water in your hands, and so you're crumpling up inside trying to make sure it's safe. And then all of a sudden you go from a really tiny hand of water to what you used to have, like this. And that is the mindset between scarcity. You want to keep all of it to yourself and you want to keep it tight, but then it kind of gets everywhere else. And then from the mindset of abundance, you have a lot. You don't have to keep it as tightly because you have a lot. You can just let it loose. And that is the thing very similar to life. And in life, whether we have an abundance mindset or not enough, not abundant, restrictive. And that's really hard to balance between wanting to make sure you are safe and you have enough, but from the standpoint of that you're not trying to conceal it. Because when your hands are like this, you can't receive anything. You can't even receive water because you're trying to protect that little bit of water that's already in your hand. But when your hand is open and there's a fountain of water that's coming down, you might be losing water, but you're also gaining it just as fast back. So the net is that you aren't losing anything. And that is the hard lesson to learn in life, because your perspective is like that. Whether you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, you don't have enough friends, you don't have enough whatever, then you lose the fact of what you have currently. You lose the fact that what you have right now is enough. And that's really hard. I'm saying this a lot, but it's challenging to find that balance of protecting what is yours, but allowing new things to come. And it kind of goes back to that cliche of, if you love it, let it go. And if it comes back, it was always yours. And whether it's a friendship, a relationship, time, money even, that is so powerful. Because just looking from a money perspective, sometimes we don't give money because we feel like we don't have enough even for ourselves. And then going back to biblical examples and historical examples, and honestly, literally every single religion that you can think of has maybe not this exact specific example, but the same idea that there's a poor person in the story and taxes are due, money is due, whatnot. And so they give 3/4 of their earning. But the thing is, the wealthy people who earn 10 times that amount don't even give 3/4 of what they have. And so when we are able to give from a spot in which we don't have a lot already, we can continue to have that mentality and that ability to give when we do have that abundance, when we no longer feel restricted. Because sometimes when we feel restricted, we feel either like we don't have enough, that there's not enough for everybody, that there's simply not enough. But when we take a second for ourselves and realize that there's always enough, there's always enough for everyone, then we can start to appreciate what we have and to try to get out of ourselves and to see the bigger picture and try to see that maybe right now is really hard. Maybe you are just going from paycheck to paycheck, but not in a putting you down, but from the perspective of you do have a paycheck, you do have time, you do have blank. And not to be like, oh, so-and-so doesn't have that. But it's hard not to realize what you have until you don't have it. And then you just don't know what to do. And that's okay. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing. And this is all about learning. My roommate, sorry. But I hope you know that everything will come to you that is yours. And what is not meant for you will not become yours. And whether that's a person, whether that's money, whether that's some material thing, whether it's anything in life, what is meant to be yours will be yours. But what you currently have, keep yourself open. Like your hands to be open to receive what you can and you should deserve. Because then sometimes when we close ourselves off, we close ourselves off to every single good thing that could come to us. So let our hearts be open and our souls and our minds and our being be open to everything that we can receive. Because what if something good is better that will come? So be open even when you don't want to be. Food for thought.